Testing, testing. Alright, we are live. Coming to you here today is PRL, Pacific Racing League, and this week is a bye week for the main championship, but we are having an invitational race around a recently released Chinese circuit, which is back in the game. Let's get the track map and details up there. I ain't done a couple of races around here, so not even sure what a good setup would be, and who's strong around here. Racing today in multiplayer cars. That's a sick looking Ferrari inspired livery. Details. There's a red car about to start. Right. The style lap. It's like IG. I love JBH is the first one up. Welcome to the stream, everyone. We're here at qualifying for China. Now, probably should have learned the names of these corners, but I have no idea. That's a cool looking checkboard kind of thing on this alloy, or shark teeth. Around the long right hander. Opens up the DRS. I think he's the first one to cross the line. Or might be the white car ahead of him. Around the final corner now, get on the power. Well, 133.9 from JBH is the time that everyone will be chasing. Like Metro is coming up towards the end of his first lap, so we'll took somebody in a blue car with green trimming. Danny Rick goes into P2 for the time being with 134.5, and C Vizzy goes into third with 135. J-Dog goes up in second, replaced by Metro, 134.1. Little Mitch is one to watch out for. It's going down the long straight towards the hairpin. Gotta get your braking absolutely spot on for this corner. Get the rotation down. Crank on the steering lock and onto the throttle again. Heading towards the last corner. Roll it around there. Get on the power. Open DRS. Short run to the line. And wow, that's a great lap from Mitch. 133.1. The other thing is that I've got no idea who's teammates with who. All the player guys. We've got the Englishman of Chris W1 also coming up to the hairpin now. With the red McDonald's sort of looking car behind him. Probably Noah or Tinselman. Cows is moving himself into second place, followed by CJF in third place. And Chris slots himself into 11th. Tinselman now goes fastest for 133 flat. Purple Snake's still in the pit. Snack is still in the pit. Looks like back end's about to finish his flyer. And he slots himself into third spot. Jones looks like he had some issues on his flyer, or maybe he's gone for a double warm up. Took the way starting his lap, and Goldfinch is about to finish his lap, I believe. Now he goes to fastest overall by a half a second margin over Tinselman. That's a cracking lap from Goldfinch. In the Lando Norris livery. Inspired livery maybe. Oh, there's a spinner. Who is that? Noah's now on the hot lap in the purple Galaxy livery. That's off goes for Kool-Aid Man. Austin about a lap now. Brompton's about to finish his lap. Jumps himself up in the 4th position. So close, Quality, so close. If anyone in the chat feels like jumping in the commentary box, just let me know, send us a message in the chat and I can invite you to join us. I don't know what I'm going to be talking about for the next hour plus by myself. Busy, looks like he's about to finish another flying lap in the 2nd attempt, or was he backed out, but that seems pretty slow. Maybe now he's on. Alright, black car. Definitely on the in lap, Brompton. Anyone out there pushing, I think it's only it's Danny Rick and the McDonald's inspired livery. See Busy's in the middle of the 2nd sector now, coming up to the end of the 2nd sector. Let's see what sort of time he gets down. If he's improved on his last time or not in the top right. As he crosses it, he's a 10th and a bit down. As we pick him up, going around the long right hander. He's running low on energy. Let's look back at the DRS opening up. So just flat out all the way down to the hairpin. Spots his braking point, cuts just the edge of it nicely, but runs a little bit too wide and validates the lap on the exit and ducks it straight into the pit lane. That's the people in pits or out laps. CJ just finished another lap. Or is he starting one? Looks like he's starting one now. Around the long, twisty turns 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, I believe. Come at you thick and fast in that section. And the end of sector 1, he's a 10th and a bit up on his time. This goes through the S section of sector 2. It's key to keep up as much speed as possible without running too wide and compromising your exits. Looks like he got around there quite nicely. As he's coming up to the sector 2 line, there's a purple car of Noah. Looks like he's DNF'd on the exit there. And he's now 2 temps up, 2 and a quarter temps. Around the long right hander onto the DRS straight. So we look back to the back of the car. He's about to open the DRS now now. Might be a nice tow from the green car in front. Onto the brakes. Just doesn't want to do what Busy did just before and run too wide and exit and invalidate. He gets around there nicely. Now there's one more corner to go. Slam it down to the 5th, roll around there, get on the power, open the DRS, short run to the line. And he improves by almost 2 temps up into 4th position. Purple 2nd sector from back end as the car in front of him spins. He's also in the Lando Norris inspired livery. Got 6 minutes to go in qualifying. At the moment, Finchy holds a half a second margin over the Tinselman for pole position. Can back end do with this lap. Around the final corner, opens DRS, short run to the line, he jumps up into second position. Tinselman's also on his next flying lap. And another McDonald's inspired livery. Got a purple second sector. So a couple of black cars ahead of him. May get a bit of a tow down the straight. Oh, but he's invalidated. Didn't look like he went that wide there. Was it just there when he invalidated? Oh, that track limit seemed very harsh there. JBN's having a great qualifying so far, up into 5th spot. Looks like he's on the in lap now. So we can pick up Danny Rick. He's out of battery. There's maybe in lap. Is Metro, another Lando Norris livery. Well, we're on track in the S section of Sector 2. Coming up to the end of Sector 2, let's see what sort of improvements he's made, if any. It's up 2.5 temps. I'll bump him up a handful of spots if he can hold it together. Let's come up with a purple Sector 2. There's lots of cars ahead of them. Looks like they're waving on the warm-up laps. The orange one gets out of the way. There's a purple and a light blue one. They stay to the inside. Around the final corner he goes. Short run to the line with the DRS. Oh, he's improved massively in the final sector. Jumps himself all the way up to 8 for 133.4. Great lap from Metro. And you got Jonesy in the red, white and blue for the UK. In the Queen. I think he's on the lap. So one pushing purple has still not got a time on the board. Looks like he's about to change that now. Gets on the brakes, goes down a second gear, takes a lovely amount of curve on the inside, doesn't go too wide on exit, rolls it down, or he chooses to go down to 4th momentarily, back up into 5th, gets a bit of a tank slapper on exit, crosses the line, 135.5 in the 19th spot. Finchy looks like he didn't improve on his first run. But still holds almost 3 temps over the rest of the field. Metro's on the in lap. Is anyone else pushing? Nope. Shay Dog might be pushing. Jumps himself up in the 7th spot with 133.4. CJ's about to start a flyout. Let's jump on board for this lap. You need so much patience on the throttle through these first handful of corners. It's marginally down on his first sector time, his best first sector time. So someone's looped it in the S section and not fired them, hopefully they stay out of the way. With a lift, stays in 7th, shifts down to 5th. Oh, they're in the wall, they're out. JBH has crashed. See, in the second sector, he's marginally up. This is where all the time can be gained or lost. Oh, and he's lost it rear end. That's a lot of time lost. Bompton's had a very good first sector, almost 2 tenths faster than his personal best. Oh, the clock has run out. This will be everyone's last flying lap. Seemed like very tempted there as Orlando Norris is there spun. Lots of Lando Norrises. See if he's going to improve on this provisional pole time. One of his main challenges is behind him. Tinselman has already crossed the line along with JBM. Looks like the second row is the best they could hope for. Mitch has jumped up into P2 with a 132.7. Finchy comes around the final corner, opens DRS. Is he going to improve on the 32.5? He blows it away. Well, maybe by 2 tenths, but still impressive lap. Back end's not far behind. He doesn't improve, slots into P3, and that's qualifying done and dusted. Tinselman's in 4th. Strong qualifying for him. So you got Finchy from Mitch, from back end, from Tinselman, Bompton, Hips, JBM, CJ, J-Dog, and Metro. There's a bit of a rivalry between those two in 8th and 9th. Cows for Guns is starting P10. Noah's starting 11th after having a spin and DNFing midway through qualifying. Got Jonesy in 12th, followed by Dash. Oscar normally has a much better race in qualifying, so he'll be on the charge up from 14th. Got Danny Rick in 15th, the neutral commentator for PRL. Like Chris W1, 16th, JBH 17th. He also had a spin and DNF from qualifying. Got C Busy 18th, Purple Snack 19th, and rounding out the grid is Hook Away Man. As we await the start, I believe there's going to be a formation lap. Be nice if we were able to see the names on the garages there, but we can't. Let's see who's teammates with who. Got some wings waiting to be changed. A white one, a red one, orange, blue, green, purple, all sorts. Yeah. That was fast. We're on the formation lap. We've got Lando Norris livery followed by a plain white livery. Let's get the delta and stuff back up. Why is the start time still say 0? And okay, there we go. Now I can do things. That's right, it was glitched there for a moment. It's interesting, the top two boys in Finchy and Mitch are starting on the hards. Everyone else has opted for the medium rubber. As they prepare the tyres the best they can to get the optimal launch off the line. How many Lando Norris cars are there? 1, 2, 3. It's like just 3 Lando Norrises. Finchy's opened up a pretty big gap over everyone on this warm-up lap. And it's a predictive strategy: 1 stop medium to hard, or 2 stop soft medium hard. Tinselman and CJ get disqualified from the formation lap. That's not going to help their cause at all, so they'll have very cold tyres on the start line. As the front couple make their way through those 2 cars. Oh, there's a spinner in the background. I think that's Cows. Or was it J-Dog? No, it was Cows. Someone's parked in a very funky angle in midfield. As we got 3 red lights, 4 red lights, 5 lights. And it's lights out and away we go. We haven't got any sound from the cars yet, but as they're getting closer, it looks like Finchy's got the better launch. Back end's got bogged down a little bit, it's lost a couple of positions. Through goes. Oh, wait, back end's still second. What was I talking about? Tinselman's third. It's like CJ's had a bad start. As well as Cows. Dan Rick's in 15th spot. As Purple looks like he's trying to go around the outside of Dash. The Dash holds onto it. Hook goes up the inside, Danny Rick. Danny Rick looks to go back up the inside the hood. It's behind them, the 2 white cars. You see Busy. And Ichris, why does it say his car's orange and the thing that's not? So we have the spinner. It's Ichris. Jumping further up the field. Oh, it was Mitch, sorry, I was in P2 that had the poor getaway who dropped a handful of spots. Tinselman's weaving in first spot, trying to warm up the tyres. Back end is right over Finch's gearbox. Here's mediums versus hards. He tries to go around the outside into the final corner to take the lead, and he does it. So we've got yellows all the way around as a safety car. Oh, Danny Rick has DNF'd. I did not see what happened to Danny Rick. And see Busy. Looks like they got into contact and they're both out of the race. Oh no. It's a fair few early pitters. Let's see if I can get Danny Rick on board to find out what happened. Apologies for the blue screen. The invite's been sent out to Danny Rick. Back end must have just got the pass done before the safety car came out. It's the back four pitiful hards. Stops, yeah, the back four have stops no one else has, led by JBH. Positions gain a loss. Jonesy's had a very good opening lap and a half, up 5 spots from 12th to 7th. Purple and Hood have had great starts on the back of the field, up 7. And that's mostly from the incidents and the people inside the box. Safety car looks like it's going to go around for another lap. Tinselman's almost passing Finchy under the safety car there. So we had another few stoppers. So slow stop for JBH. Maybe the game decided not to change their wings in the first lap, so they had to stop again to actually get the game to change their wings. It hasn't really cost them much. They'll catch back up to the end of the safety car queue pretty easily. Now they're back on the medium tyres, I would imagine. Cowds is on the soft tyres. Down 18th spot. So it's Lando Norris 1-2, followed by McDonald's P3, Plain 4-5, and the English 6. As we have a spin under safety car of Metro. As the safety car is coming in this lap, is he going to be able to get going again and stay? He's going to be at the back of the field. Jump back on board with the de facto leader now. Letting the safety car go, it's cruising down the straight, waiting for the perfect time to go. I'm tipping he's going to go out of the hairpin. Try and catch Finchy napping while he's halfway around it. So he's gone now, he's gone early. Finchy's gone with him. That says Tinselman. Was he slowed, just started weaving again before he went, slowly slowed down again. Out of the final corner around, he's off. It's like the field's all got around that corner pretty well. He's got a good jump over Finchy. Tinselman's all over the back of Finchy. Is he going to be able to do anything for his first couple of corners? It's like the mediums are much warmer than the hards. And the faster tyre at the stage of the race. But Finchy holds on to P2. Further back, it's a spin, it's a dash. Oh, nice dragon livery for Bompton. JBM looks like he's all over the back of Mitch. There's Noah and CJ going at it. towards the back of the field, moves over to cover him. Cows has made a couple of spots from those soft tyres. Is there anyone going to overtake? Looks like the closest gap is Noah on Hood. Or is Hood going to send it on purple? Goes up the inside. Gets that move done. Noah's trying to pass him as well. Oh, it's so hard to tell who's who, man. Oscar and JBM are going at. Looks like JBM's lost a few spots in the last lap. Oscar's got the inside line. JBM brakes later, tries to hang around the outside, which will turn to the inside for the next corner. But looks like Oscar's inching ahead. And takes that spot. It's Danny Rick. Says got taken out on the straight through no fault of my own, not impressed. That's hard luck there, Danny. It's like the front of the field is starting to spread a little bit, but this midfield pack is about 10 cars deep within 2 seconds. As JBN looks like he's fighting back against Oscar, and he's got that move done, but is Oscar now in the slipstream? He's got more battery. Is he going to be able to fight it back into the hairpin? Just further back, looks like Noah and CJF are still going at it. Noah's trying to go around the outside. Oh, and the car behind nearly tags him. Oh, sorry, it's Noah and JBH, I believe. Noah takes that spot or holds on to it. Tell you anything. Cows has rolled onto the back of this train, and the soft tyres have worked very well. He was in P18 at the start of the safety car restart, he's up 5. This beautiful gold livery of cows with guns. Against the hard tyres of CJ. We had the spinner. It's JBM, I believe. He's tumbling down the order. It's DRS enabled this lap, it is. Looks like Tinksman's got Finchy at some point. There's a yellow in sector 3. A little bit of lock up from Oscar trying to get past. This is J-Dog. Noah's on a bit of a charge back through the field. Cows must have a spin, that might have been the yellow with purple. So he's lost about 5 seconds in a couple of spots. It's Metro and Chris are going at it. Metro has the inside line. We're still side by side going to the yes section. Who's going to hold on to it here? As the camera cuts away, looks like Metro. Sorry, Icarus has it. Oh, Noah's had a spin. He was charging his way through the field, but now he's had a bit of a setback. So you're in sector 3, looks like Dash is getting up the Ghost and retired in the pits. Oscar gets a bit of a tank slapper on, pushing, trying to get past J-Dog. Looks like this is a close spell on track at the moment between J-Dog and Oscar. Yellow, I think that's Dash's car, still trying to find a place to retire. I think it's pretty close on the braking there, Oscar, but J-Dog seems like a better exit. Got CJ, who's keeping JBH for company. These tier 2 rivals. We've already had a number of great battles this season, in PRL Season 3 and Tier 2. We have a car stopped in Sector 2. I think it's the green car of Hood Kool-Aid. DRS doesn't seem, well, they both got DRS, that's why it's not really making a difference. Ooh, lock up again from J-Dog this time. Tinselman is putting a lot of pressure onto back end. They pulled a couple second margin over Finchy on the hard tyres. Noah gets the 5-second penalty for speeding the pit lane. If I was to hazard a guess, there might be a retirement coming up. It's done well to stick with him that close through the twisty section of the second sector. This is probably the closest he's been to him on the run onto the DRS straight. They got similar levels of battery, around 30%. K-Money moves over to try and break the toe. Looks like K-Money might have slightly better straight line speed, but the DRS has got that job done for now, but K-Money switches back to the inside, but spins it into the barriers, and he resets the track. Is he going to die on the pit lane? Did he damage his wing? Looks okay. Now Bompton moves up to P3 behind Finchy in P2. It's like Oscar's got the job done on J-Dog for the time being, but these two are still scrapping. Cowers has gained a couple more spots again on his soft compound tyres, but I'd imagine they won't be lasting too much longer. He'll probably have to pit in the next couple laps. Purple Snack comes into the pits from 14th. Now, it's just coming up to where the medium tyres start to lose their advantage and the hards come into their own. They're in about lap 10. Like CJ and JBH are the good test bed for that. what's the fastest tyre right now. They seem very evenly matched. JBH doesn't have any energy. CJ has a bit half. He's buying his time. He didn't regain much of anything down that straight. As we have another yellow in sector 2. There's a purple car that spun. I think it might have been Noah again, and it is. Back end's trying to make his way back through Bompton to reclaim third position. Oh, Mitch and Oscar are super close. I think Oscar may have just gotten Mitch. Yeah, because he was battling J-Dog earlier. Getting a lovely camera shot from the heli now. Oh, look how close Mitch has got on the braking. He's got a lot more energy than Oscar does. Further up, the back end's about to try and get past Bompton for third position. Takes the inside line, moves back across and gets it done. And you see in the background that Little Mitch has got back past Oscar as well. There's a little lock up from Oscar. CJ is still over the back of JBH, but JBH has caught up to J-Dog as well, so they've both got DRS. It's Metro and Chris still scrapping as well for P10. Maybe an overtake into turn 1. Goes to the outside. Can't hold on to it. Finchy has had a spin from the lead. Finchy is down to 8th spot. Oh no. As given, well, no, Finchy was second, but still. Tinsman's got a nice buffer of 5.5 seconds for the lead now. So Kool-Aid Man comes into the pits. Mitch and Oscar are still going out. Looks like Oscar just got back past Mitch once again. But I do think that Mitch is going to get back past him once again down the DRS straight. Oh, before they even get to the DRS line, he's alongside them. And he gets the job done. Another little lock up from Roscoe. That's behind him. Ooh, CJ and JBH. A little bit of contact. This back end goes into the pitch, as well as JBH. Finchy has pitted as well off the hard tyres. If you can only get the hard tyres 12 laps. I wonder if he's got a little bit of wing damage from the spin. Oh, he has to double stack, so apparently JBH was his teammate. And he is changing his wing. On goes number 4 for Lando Norris. Metro and Icarus are still going at it. Ooh, is he going to try and hang around the outside? And he has to just let him back through for the time being. So these are the two main battles at the moment in Metro and Chris, along with Mitch and Oscar. Keep swapping back and forth these four, or these two groups of two. Finchy is now on the medium, so he'll be on the charge from 13th. Looks like Mitch has pulled a bit of a gap over Oscar. Oh, there they are. I think these two are having a great battle, that they're hurting their own races. There's contact. I think one of them tried to go in the pits. They both were going to try to go in the pits. And I think J-Dog tagged the back of Chris as they're going into the pit lane together. Or maybe Chris was going to go another lap and J-Dog wasn't. Bompton's got back past K-Money, but K-Money's making the move once again. Looks like back end pitted the lap earlier, so he's got tyres that are warmed up. Bompton's still got cold tyres. Action. Finchy out of position down in 12th on new mediums, trying to get past Cows with Guns for 11th. Yellow in sector 2, it's a purple car, so as a hazard I guess it's probably Noah. It is. Finchy's got DRS, takes the inside line, gets ahead before the braking zone. Job done. So we have a few more pitters. Chris now pits, as well as Oscar. Yellow in sector 3, I think Hood's had the spin again, once again. Sloss is trying to warm up his tyres. Metro and Icris. I thought there was battling, but it was Icris coming out of the pit lane a couple seconds behind. Finchy's chasing down Jonesy now. Let's look at the penalties. He's got 5 seconds along with Noah, so that's the speeding pit lane penalty. If they box again, they can serve those in the pits, but I think they're planning to go to the end. Wood pits for soft tyres in 17th. JBH and Oscar scrapping as well. She got a much better exit there than Jonesy. Superior grip of the mediums. New fastest lap of the race with 1:36.0. Yellow in sector 2, it's a white car. Oh, CJ. Oh no, CJ was having a great race. Looks like it's only CJ and Mitch who haven't pitted yet. Stencil Man's only 9.5 seconds behind him. So when Mitch does pit, he'll come back out probably around about 6, I'd say. Yellow in sector 3. Oh, it's Mitch. Mitch has been... It was only 3 seconds of gap now, and he comes in the pits. Those tyres have had it. Seems like 15 laps was enough for him, and for CJ still going after his spin. CJ must have pitted on the first safety car actually, I think he did. His tyres aren't quite as old as the race. Mitch goes on to the mediums. Looks like he's getting held for a while. Mitch is coming out the pit lane all the way down in 11th. Tell you what, a safety car would be nice for the entertainment about now. JBM has caught up to Chris. K-Money's all over the back of CJ now as well. And Bompson's all over the back of back end. Sorry, CJ pits now. Nope, he's still going. Specking on get past this time. Hasn't quite got the straight line speed, but he's got a lot more grip on way newer tyres. It's basically pushing him through this through section of sector 1. Okay, what else is happening? JBH and Oscar still keeping each other company. Chris and JBM are going at it. It's like JBM's just got Chris. Chris is fighting him back. We've got a full course safety car. Hood's DNF'd at the end of sector 2. These guys can pass the safety car. Where exactly is Hood? Crashed out. Should be able to see it come out and in shortly if it doesn't despawn. On the exit here. No, I think it just despawned and we went past it. The safety car helps out those who haven't pitted, which is only CJF. Same else. You want to choose the box. Oscar chooses the box, even though he only pitted 3 laps earlier. CJ goes on to mediums. What's Oscar going to go on to? Mediums as well. Yep. He's gone on to 14 lap old mediums. Oh, I think that's a mistake. They thought he had new mediums, but there was old mediums that he's done the majority of the race on. Mitch opts for the softs. With only 9 laps to go, they should be able to make it to the end, but I don't imagine they'll be living their best life by lap 7, 8. JBM also goes for softs. Purple stays out. No boxes. I'm imagining he's going to go for the soft stall. He's serving a penalty and they got the red tyres out. I'm surprised a little that Frenchy didn't box, so I think he still got a 5-second penalty. For speeding in the pit lane, which he could have got rid of cheaply. Foster's come out and CJF's come up in good position in 7th from new mediums. Extending his hard stint worked wonders for him there. He's the only one in the top 12 of new tyres, or newish tyres. I went past CJ charging through the field in this race. There's still quite a few cars. There's Oscar pits again for softs. Yeah, Phoebe might do that. Maybe a strategy to go on the mediums for one lap just to have the newest possible tyres towards the end of the race. One lap newer than the other guys in the softs, except for looks like Chris W1's done the same thing, boxed for softs in the second lap. Snow is still half a track to catch back up to the safety car. This has completely wiped out the healthy lead that Tinselman had in around about 5 seconds to back end and Bompton. This is game back on. Is it going to come in this lap? I feel like it's going to go one more lap. Light's still on, yep. It's probably going to go one more lap to allow the back handful guys to catch back up. We have a spin on the safety car. I think Jonesy's had a spin. I think he lost a position or two. Safety car is still going to go another lap. Wondering if your purple snack, if it's worth pitting now for the newest softs or what. Taking a gamble. I think Jonesy has done that. It's going to come out on last, we'll have the best tyres out of everyone. Oh, but he's picked up a speeding pit lane penalty. It's going to undo any chance he had of charging through the field, or he could still charge through the field, but that penalty will knock him back. He's on intermediates. Okay. Is it getting cloudy? It looks like it's getting a bit cloudier. Is he rolling the dice that it's going to start raining before the end of the race? It's a big brain move from Jonesy if it starts raining in the next 2 laps and everyone else has to box and the green flag. Or it is getting cloudier. Is the rain going to come? Can't see any rain on the lenses or anything. I don't think it started raining yet. So he's going to have to try and survive a couple of laps on the inters beforehand. It's Mitch. It's dropping way back down through the field and had a spin or something. So or basically parking in this long hairpin slush chicane section. It's further up the side by side. It's like Metro's let a big gap develop. Well, I am starting to see a bit of rainfall on the halo of Metro. I think Jonesy could be on here. I don't think it's wet enough yet to go to the inters, but in a couple laps time, when everyone else falls into the pits, if he can just survive these couple laps, Jonesy may win this race. And Simpson goes back on the green flag conditions, back end gets left a little bit behind. As someone else goes in the pit, Metro goes in the pit, so I reckon he's going to go onto the inters as well. He also gets a speeding pit lane penalty. Just two Ferrari, just two. As the rain continues to start to fall, everyone's on the 6 other than Jones, and now Metro. CJ has a spin and tumbles through down the order. The guys on the softs will have a lot more grip than the top 7 who stayed out, and the mostly highs and Finch's mediums. Jonesy pitted on the last lap of the safety car for inters and is sticking with the back of the pack. Can these guys hold on to their slicks to the end, or will they have to box the inters? If they do, Jonesy hangs on to it. I think Jonesy may win this race. This will be so tricky around this long banked corner. As I say it, there's a spin. It's Noah once again. It's getting wetter and wetter out there and more slippery. This back end sticking with Tinsman. Are they going to stay out? Are they staying out? They stay out. It's like J-Dog's beside the pit in the background. Oscar's up to 6 on his soft tyres. JBM's trying to get past Cows. Just gets his nose in on the inside, which turns to the outside. Looks like he's got way more grip in these tricky conditions. JBM's hanging in there, but we're almost free abreast, heading towards the next braking zone. Brakes later, almost pushes him off. JBM takes 7th position. Cows is holding on to 8 from Mitch. Mitch has way more grip, goes to the inside line. Oh, I think there was contact there between Mitch and Cows, and Mitch has spun. Meanwhile, Jonesy is up into 10th now on his inters. I think this is the strategy of dreams from Jonesy. Unfortunately, got a 5-second penalty under safety car, but it's like at least a 25-second loss, so I think in the pit stop. So the others who have to try and survive. Finchy's coming back at JBM for 4th place. And just behind him is Oscar on softs. Finchy moves out to the right, tries to brake late and go around the outside. She's going to turn to the inside. Next corner, oh, the traction, he couldn't hold on to it. The grip, they saved it from a spin and ended up losing a spot. Now Finchy's come into the pits. He's going to go on tinders. The rain continues to fall down. It's getting heavy out there. I think Jonesy is on. I think it's on for Jonesy. Now where are we at? Further up. Oscar's passing, or trying to pass JBH around the outside, and he does so. And oh, JBH has no grip on those 12-lap-old hards in these wet, slippery, damp conditions. Mitch has retired in the pits, I believe. Come on, Jonesy, says Ferrari. He's 5 seconds off the next cars, but he's on the right tyre. There's yellows everywhere. Looks like Noah's may have had another spin. Oscar's looking in a good position as well on soft tyres. He'll be able to deal with these conditions way better than all the hards around him. As Jones moves up into 8th spot, I think Cowles may have just had a spin. There's another yellow, I think may have been Noah with another spin. Back end's hanging with Tinselman. There's only 4 laps to go after this one. Is the track going to stay dry enough for these guys to hang on, or are they going to have to pit? Looks like the top 2 keep going, top 3, top 4. 5th place man pits. Oh, in the pit lane. Oh, just hold on to it. In the pit, the line, I think. Jones is up into 6th. Everyone's pitting except for the top 4. Most of them on old hards. Look at the rain coming down now. Look at the puddles starting to form. On the nose cam, the Bruant nose cam from Oscar, he's got way more grip than the guys on the hard ahead of them. They're struggling so tenderly on the throttle. I think Jones is starting to catch them. A 10th or 2 a corner. Jonesy has caught them about a second in the space of a sector there, I think. Yeah, it's definitely time for Inters. I don't think these guys are going to be able to hold on to the slick tyres. Like Oscar got past Bompton. Bompton goes into the pits, as does back end. JBH is hanging out. There's 3 laps to go. Jones is about 8 seconds off the lead. He does have a 5-second penalty though for speed in the pit lane. He's all over the back of JBH. Troy JBH just lets him go here, and he does. Still around about 8 seconds off the lead. Got a yellow in sector 3, looks like. That is Noah once again. Don't know how Tinselman's holding on as well as he is with these hards. The gap's coming down all the time. This would be probably one of the corners you're losing the most time on. West Lemon Tree one. Jones has taken about 2 seconds out of them. He can see his targets now. He can see the victory. Just 4.5 seconds up the road, Jones, you can see the victory. Tinselman and Oscar are going to hang out. They got to commit now. It's too late to box now. Jones has gained about another 1.5 seconds of them for those couple corners alone. He's only 3 seconds off the lead now. The gap's coming down 0.5 seconds, a second every couple corners. He's all over the back of Oscar now. Even the soft tyres are struggling massively in these conditions. Is Oscar just going to let him go? Or is he going to fight it? He backs out of it. Jones is up into P2. It's only 1.2 seconds to make that 9 tenths, make that 7 tenths. Oh, he's gaining so much time on Tinselman. The track is extremely wet now. Oh, he's all over the back of him. There's only a lap and a third to go. So he's looking to get the pass done now. Oh, a little bit of a twitch. He takes the inside line. Tinselman goes wide. Okay, now here's the situation. He's got to gain 5 seconds in a lap and a bit to hang on to his lead. I believe he can do it though. He's got a lot more pace. He's already gained 1.7 seconds. Oscar and Tinselman may as well hang out now, try and hang on to the podium. As Jonesy is 3 seconds ahead after one sector. The rain continues to fall. It looks like it may be getting a little bit lighter though. It's further down the field. I think JBH got passed by a couple of cars. Jonesy is now leading by 4.4 seconds, 4.5 seconds, 4.6, 4.8 is almost broken the 5 second barrier to hang on to P1. Go on Jonesy, it's cleared the 5 seconds, now all he's got to do is survive the last half a lap as the boys are scrapping further back for the minor placings. Oscar's gotten, Tinsel's had a spin. On the last lap he did so well hanging onto those hard tyres for as long as he did, but it was a lap too far under these conditions. He's under attack. Oh, he's been tagged by Finchy. And they've both gone to the grass, allowing others to pass. Or was it Bompton? Or, I don't know, it may have been J-Dog. They all got similar looking cars. Oscar's now almost 10 seconds behind Jonesy. Jones has come up to the hairpin now. All he's got to do is 2 more braking zones, 2 more corners, and Jones is going to win the Invitational Japanese Grand Prix for PRL. 1 more corner to negotiate now. Come on, Jonesy. Take it easy. You can see the checkered flag now. He raises a finger before he can cross the lines, and Jonesy wins the Japanese PRL Invitational race. Back ends all over the back of Oscar. On the run to the line, Oscar just holds on to P2 from back end. Finchy comes home 4th. Wowee, wowee, what a strategy call from Jonesy. Perfect timing. He was the only one to do it while the safety car was still out. Hadn't even started raining yet. It was just cloudy when he did it. Get in there, Jonesy. Great race from Oscar as well, hanging on to P2 on the slick tyres. Tinselman just couldn't do it on the last lap. And nice recovery from back end as well to get onto the podium in P3. As we watch the podium now, I think this is the first time for Jonesy to win any event that PRL has put on, to my memory. Lifts the trophy. That'll be one happy Brit living in America. God save the Queen. Or the King now. First time God Save the King will be played on the F1 podium. Let's get these podium sitters in. So we've got Jonesy, Oscar, and back end. I'm going to send invites to them now for interviews for a mega race that was kind of slow in the middle sections, but wow, got good at the end. Okay. So we got Jonesy, Oscar. What have I done there? Oh, sorry, fellas. Add players. There we are. Got Jonesy, Oscar, and back end. Alright, the call has been sent. Jonesy, my man.
What up?
Holy shit, what a strategy for yourself. What a word.
I know, I
Wow.
took the risk.
Took the risk and it
I,
came up trumps. Came up absolute
ah,
trumps.
yeah, I thought I did
Mega.
myself. Well, I actually did do myself. I spun on the safety car, and yeah, I checked the weather report, and it said like rain any time. So I took it. I took the risk and put those indicators on, and yeah, just worked out. So yeah,
Well, you're the only one to do it when you did it. A few others did it the lap after the safety car came out, but to have the balls to and the gamble, which I guess you didn't have much to lose from where you were after your spin before the safety car, but still amazing call. Great to just
appreciate it. Yeah,
still
I was
tricky
nervous
to
on the last.
is it still
Yeah, I
tricky
was
to hang
nervous
on
on
to
the
the
last
car
couple of laps.
in those conditions on
Yeah,
winters?
especially. Yeah, especially in the sector three. And then I saw K Money just absolutely nailing down that delta time on me. So I got a bit nervous. So yeah, the last two laps I was very cautious, but yeah, it was great fun.
All right, amazing stuff. Is that your first victory in PRL, or have you had the victories in the
Yeah,
past? Nice, amazing stuff. Great to see a new winner for PRL in the Invitational Japan race. Let's move on to Oscar now, who's pitted for slicks for soft tires towards the end and decided to hang on to it. Did an extremely good job as well to just hang on to P2 from the fast finishing uh, K Money. How was your race, Oscar? Is it
Yeah, it
invited?
was
Yeah.
it was hard there at the end.
hmm Extremely tight. It was only yourself and Tinselman decided to stay out on the um, six all the way to the end. But at a certain point, I guess you
Yeah, I was
had nothing to lose and just had to try and hang on to it.
exactly. I saw Fincher going to the inters a little bit later on, and I thought about it, but I was like, I already committed too long to the softs, and plus I was the soft over the hards that they were on, so I was like, I'm just gonna
Yeah, you definitely had
keep
more
going
grip
and hope
than
for the best. And
the other top five, six guys that were hanging on in the damp conditions on the hards. They seemed like they were struggling a lot more than the softs had a bit more grip for sure in those stages. But still, on those last like 3-4 laps, I imagine the conditions were extremely treacherous on those slick tires. You did extremely well to hang on to it. Congratulations, man. And
thank you, thank you.
move on to the third place man for today, K Money. Man, I saw that he had the spin earlier on while you were battling Tinselman for the lead, and then to fight your way back onto the podium and almost grab P2 across the line. That was a mega recovery drive. How was your race?
Yeah, it was a hellish race. Not really a fan of China. It was tough trying to stay on the track, but I mean, it was tried my best. It was very tricky. I
Yep.
didn't really have. I don't think I had the pace to and that rain right there thing
Mhm.
to catch back up to all of them. I think I committed way too long to the dry tires. I think I should have pit a little bit earlier, probably a lap or two earlier looking back at it, but that's what it is.
Yeah, it seems like it was like three camps: those who pitted at the right time, and those who didn't pit at all, or those who maybe pitted a couple laps too late, and that was the difference in the end. But yeah, anyway,
Once I
still.
seen how far Jonesy had jumped up, I was like, oh yeah, I gotta go to the wet tires. I couldn't risk it staying on the dries, but I mean, it was a good race. It was fun.
Yeah, anyway, congratulations to you. And good racing. I'll see you all next week again, no doubt, in
Thanks, man.
round 5 for PRL. Anyway, thank you everyone for watching. That was a bit of a it was a good race to start with. It had a bit of a lull in the middle when everyone spread out, but man, that late safety car and rain really spiced things up. A real fun race to call at the end. Appreciate everyone for watching. Until we meet again, Dan and Rick should be back in the commentary box for the remainder of the season, or the majority of the season moving forward. Thanks everyone. Goodbye.